Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and welcome to my February 2020 favorites. Today I'll be going over some of my favorites, mostly crafty, but some other topics as well. And I also get to touch on the empties that I've used every month. So if you guys enjoy these types of videos, always let me know in the comments down below. I know I have a couple ladies who really enjoy them to get new ideas for things they want to try out in terms of crafting or new things they want to check out in terms of lifestyle and fun. So today I'm starting with my empties because I only have one, which I'm not disappointed in because I know I got really far with a lot of other products that are really close to being empties. So my only empty is my Bramble Fox. I guess they're called I just read it on their website. They have a different term for their like sets, but this was a multi-piece set. I think there were 6 pieces if I remember correctly. So I used all of these. But their packaging is some you want to keep. So essentially they make a beautiful back, and this would be a perfect pocket page card or a title on a layout. So I'm going to keep this to use, and it'll go in my pocket pages. And then I always keep my plastics to use for either sending out gifts or for packaging kits or for even, doing shaker pockets. I've done that before too. So I finished off this set. And that was my first time working with Bramble Fox products, and I really enjoyed them. And if you guys didn't know, this is their website. I don't know if you'll be able to read it, but it's bramble.fox.co.uk. So they are an international company, which is so cool. Again, I really enjoyed working with their products. And if you guys haven't tried them out yet, highly recommend. Great stuff. Next up is something that you've already seen, but I rearranged my craft room in February, which was really refreshing actually, and I've so far pretty much enjoyed it very much. I don't like how some things are out of reach, but hopefully through the process of figuring out what I want and what I use and going through it by each process video, I'll be able to figure out what I need to bring closer to my desk. Like 6x6 paper pads are pretty far away still, but they're in a bin that I could bring over to my desk, for example. So you can kind of see some of the stuff in the back is a bit rearranged from maybe the last time you've seen it. So if you have not seen my craft room tour from February, I'll have it linked down below so you guys can check it out. And I've just really been loving it, so I wanted to update you guys with that as one of my favorites this month. Next up goes with the Bramble Fox favorite, and the reason I got a Bramble Fox this month was because of wild hair kits. So this is my first time ever working for a kit club and designing for a kit club, so I was their guest designer in February, and I know it seems kind of, I don't know, weird to put this in as one of my favorites, but it was an amazing experience. I loved filling out the wonderful form you get to use to figure out what you want in your kit and describe your style, and I thought that was so fun, and Allison did a great job putting together my kit. So if you guys have not checked out the wild hair kits, I would highly recommend them, and I had a great time with my kit, and it was exactly what I wanted, which is exactly what you need. So if you haven't checked them out yet, I'll have them linked down below so you can if you're interested. Another thing that happened this month, which I thought was pretty productive in some of my things that I'm trying to do in terms of usage of products, is that I have 2 stamping, well, they've started in January, but they reoccurred in February. I have 2 stamping collabs that I'm currently a part of. We have Stamp With Me, which is 2 episodes every month, and then Stamping for Scrapbookers, which is a specific themed episode every month, and those were with 2 different groups. So you're getting a lot of stamping from me, which I think is insightful not only for me to figure out how to use my stamps more, be a little bit more creative in that aspect, but also hopefully for you guys, you enjoy seeing the different stuff across the board and learning about new people who are in those collabs. So I'll have those playlists linked down below in case you're interested in checking out my videos for those. Again, I have 3 episodes of Stamp With Me, and I believe only 2 so far for Stamping for Scrapbookers, but both great collabs, and you should definitely check them out if you haven't already, because if you have stamps, you'll need more ideas to use them. Let's be honest, we're all a little bit behind in terms of using our stamps, so it's always great to find new ideas in terms of using things that don't get used up, like stamps or tools. So I really enjoyed this series, and I hope you guys are too. But another favorite I had, for those of you who do not know, this has taken the craft world by storm. This is called Art Glitter Glue. This bottle, which is the 4-ounce bottle, cost me $8.99. Normally they come with a special top, which you can also purchase. I couldn't get one at the time of purchasing this, but I do have it in my fine line bottle. Now, some of you guys were asking about this and how it works in the fine line bottle. I think it's fine. You can't leave the cap off as long as you can leave it off on the Scotch Quick Dry, which is what I'm used to working with, and it is a bit more thin than the Scotch Quick Dry, so it comes out easier, if that makes sense. So I have a brand new fine line bottle for that. So if you see in my videos, I'll have two identical bottles pretty much. One's really old and one's not, but I did put a red washi around my Scotch Quick Dry and my art glitter glue does not. So there's a way to tell the difference of which one I'm using, in case you guys were wondering, because sometimes I wonder what glue people uses in their Scotch Quick or in their fine line bottles or other devices. So I just want to make sure you guys knew the little trick that I have to keep them apart. So when you're watching tutorials or process videos, you'll be able to tell the difference as well. Next up is a non-visual favorite. It's actually a YouTube channel. So I stumbled across Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube. I'll have her link down below, but she has an amazing channel where she takes paper pads and shows you how she used up the entire thing, like photos, things to sell at craft fairs, bookmarks, anything under the sun. She has made it, and it's just so inspiring to see her use paper pads that I know I have, or that I've seen other people use, or that's similar to something I have, and just finish it. It's amazing what she does, and I highly recommend you guys check her out. She's doing some great stash busting stuff on her channel as well. And again, if you're a fan of paper pads, definitely check her out. You guys will not be disappointed. But really love stumbling across her channel, and now I'm following her on Instagram and all that stuff too. So definitely check out her channel. I just love it so very much. But let's jump to a non-crafty favorite, because we've talked a lot about the crafty ones. And to be honest, there aren't many that are non-crafty this month, only because it was another busy month. It was a short month and a busy month, so you guys know how it is. But I did finish another book this month, which is surprising. I have not read in so long. As you guys might remember, I actually finished a book in January, and I finished a book in February. Now, this was a book my friend / coworker gave me, and it's called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, which is by Mitch Albom? I'm not sure, but it was a really, really fascinating book, and it's a really nice and easy story to read, and it leaves a lot to the imagination still in terms of imagery and stuff. And I'm not a book reviewer, so I probably am not helping, but I thought this was a really great book. And I have started another one, which hopefully I can report on in March, but thank you for the recommendation, and I have to return this book to her, so good thing it's in the favorites now so I can return it. Next up, we're back to Crafty Favorites. I threw this in. I wasn't sure I was going to include these, but I did use them and I did enjoy them. And I think it's kind of off the beaten path for a lot of us in terms of scrapbookers wise. But these are the Lawn Fawn Fundamental Note Cards. I actually used the plastic already for something else, so that's why they're loose in here. But this is what the top usually looks like. So it has the matching color. As you guys know, Lawn Fawn has inks, so all of their cardstocks and items match. These are 3.5 by 4 7/8, which is a really weird size. But these are 100-pound heavyweight cardstock, and you get 8 in a pack. These were from my Lawn Fawn mystery pack, but they're actually, oops, this one's upside down. They're front and back, which is nice, so you could do something really cool, but they open this way instead of like this. You know what I mean? They're portrait style instead of horizontal style, and I do have a finished one here. So this is what I did with one of them. A lot of mine were the Valentine's Day cards, and I of course have already sent those out. So I really enjoyed using these. It was easy, quick cards without having to think about patterned paper too much or anything beyond that. It was just a card base, threw a stamp on it, threw an embellishment, etc., and they were good to go. And it's really nice because since they're made out of such great cardstock, the insides weren't bad to stamp on either. Like, it's nice and smooth. I thought it took ink really well. I don't have those examples with me anymore, but nice bright white on the inside if you want to continue stamping. And that's always what you want to do, continue stamping, right? Back to a non-crafty favorite. I really enjoyed this new podcast I found. It's called A Conversation With, and it's hosted by Philip DeFranco. If you guys don't know him, he is a news YouTuber. I don't know how you describe it, pop culture news YouTuber, and reports on all sorts of stuff, but he has a separate channel with these podcasts as well as just hosting a podcast on any of those podcast apps. But I like watching the video version of it instead, because I'm very much a visual person, so I like having the visual along with the audio, but you can do both, or one without the other, I guess. But I've really enjoyed that, and they have so many different types of guests on, and they talk about so many different topics, and it just really keeps it interesting. And it's usually people in the pop culture realm, but they have branched out a few times, and I'm still catching up on all the episodes, but it's a fun one, nice and easygoing for the most part, so I thought I'd recommend it to you guys as well. One thing that I did end up enjoying this month that I haven't really used much was this. So I ended up using this like all month long. I think I stamped like 5 times during the month of February at least. But I brought out this to clean all of my stamps. As you can tell, it gets really rigid. And I've had this for a couple months now, and it's obviously stained. I'm trying to remember what I wiped up that was these weird colors. I know I did use a green ink at one point, so I know that's what some of this is, but like, I don't remember using that much brown, but maybe I did. And I haven't tried to clean it yet. Supposedly you can clean them. But for now, they work really well. I like that it makes a squeaky noise when I'm cleaning. Like, oh, it'd be compared to, it's a nice squeaky noise, so let me preface that. It's a very nice squeaky noise in terms of like squeaky clean, not like squeaky door, if that makes sense. But Lawn Fawn Stamp Chamois, absolutely adore it. And if you guys have not checked them out yet, I highly recommend. I know there's other brands on the market as well, but this is the main one that I do have. But another thing I wanted to mention was the main collection I worked with this past month. Now, I don't have much of it, so I'm only using this as a representation, but the Paige Evans Truly Grateful. I know I'm late to the game on this, even though this is just 2019, and I'm pretty sure it was a fall release. But as you can tell, this was a great collection for all sorts of bright and fun, colorful things. And again, I did get this in my Wild Hair kit, so I do apologize that you're seeing this numerous times throughout February and now into March. But here's the thing, I only have like 10 pieces left, so that really dictates how much I loved using it. And, you know, actually, like, it sort of forced me into using it. It's not that I didn't want to use it. I did love using it and I did want to use it, but I think it was just the idea that I had things that coordinated together, and I don't normally have collection pieces that coordinate together, that drew me into using this so much. And the puffy stickers and the thickers and all of that were absolutely great. Great quality, great colors, just great overall, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me use that. But that is pretty much it for my favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I would love if you leave me a comment with one of your favorites from February down below. I know the video's a little bit late this month. We're into the second week of into March now, but I did have some scheduling changes that I wanted to do and get some other videos up. Hint, hint, my giveaway video. Go check that out if you haven't already, because the deadline's fast approaching and I don't want you guys to miss out. But I hope you enjoyed my favorites for February. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, so you can catch up more of my crafting videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!